Tesco sells over 40,000 different products. Some are genuinely healthy, while others are health wash junk. They look clean on the shelf with their minimal design and natural imagery. But flip them over and you'll find added sugar, cheap oils, emulsifiers, and a dozen additives you can't pronounce. Today, I'm giving you 10 Tesco buys that actually support your health and 3 healthy favourites that are misleading enough that millions pick them up every week without realising what they're getting. One of the worst offenders is in the free from aisle. It's priced like a premium health product, but the ingredient list tells a very different story. I'll reveal that one at the end. First, here are 10 genuinely healthy Tesco picks and the simple labels to look for so you can spot them yourself. Number 10. Tesco Organic Whole Milk. Starting with something simple but increasingly rare, proper milk. Tesco Organic Whole Milk is genuinely good quality dairy from organic farms where cows graze on pasture. The organic certification guarantees several things: no synthetic pesticides on the grass the cows eat, no routine antibiotics, outdoor access for grazing, lower stocking densities than conventional farms. These standards create better welfare and better milk. The ingredient list is perfect: organic whole milk. That's it. No homogenization beyond legal requirements. No ultra heat treatment that destroys beneficial compounds. Just pasteurized organic milk from grass-fed cows. Compare this to most milk at Tesco, which comes from intensive farms where cows eat concentrated feed indoors and live in crowded conditions. The milk is ultra pasteurized and heavily homogenized to extend shelf life and create a uniform texture. You're drinking processed dairy, not real milk. Tesco Organic Whole Milk costs around £1.40 for 2 litres versus £1 for conventional milk. You're paying 40 pence more for genuine organic dairy from cows that actually graze outdoors. The taste difference is noticeable, richer, creamier with actual milk flavour instead of watery blandness. It's available in the organic section of most large Tesco stores, worth seeking out if you care about dairy quality and animal welfare. Number 9. Tesco Finest Scottish Salmon Fillets. Moving to seafood, Tesco Finest Scottish Salmon is farmed salmon done relatively well compared to standard farmed salmon at Tesco. Scottish salmon farming has higher welfare standards than many other origins. The farms use lower stocking densities, better feed and cleaner waters. This creates salmon with better omega-3 content and fewer contaminants than salmon from farms in other countries. The Finest range specifically sources from Scottish sea farms and other quality producers with verified standards. The salmon is fed a diet including fish meal, fish oil and plant proteins. Whilst not perfect, wild salmon eating a natural diet is superior. It's far better than standard. Farmed salmon fed cheap feed in crowded conditions. The colour is natural from astaxanthin in the feed, which wild salmon get from eating krill. Farmed salmon need it supplemented in feed, but this is normal and necessary. The alternative is grazed salmon flesh. Nutritionally, salmon is one of the best foods you can eat. High in omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, which most people don't get enough of. High in protein, rich in selenium and B vitamins, good source of vitamin D. The taste and texture are noticeably better than cheap farmed salmon. The flesh is firmer, the flavour is richer, and it cooks better without releasing excessive white albumin protein. But here's something you need to know before we continue. 2 of the 3 products I'm warning you about at the end are also in premium sections of Tesco. One is in Finest, one is in Free From. Both are marketed as healthy premium choices. Both are nutritional disasters. Stay with me to find out which ones. Number 8. Tesco Organic Free Range Eggs. Eggs are one of the most nutrient-dense foods available, and Tesco Organic Free Range Eggs are the best eggs Tesco sells. The organic certification ensures the hens eat organic feed without synthetic pesticides. The free-range standard means outdoor access to pasture with vegetation. The combination creates eggs from hens living closer to natural conditions than conventional battery or barn hens. The yolk colour reveals the difference. Tesco organic eggs have deep golden orange yolks from hens eating grass, insects, and diverse outdoor feed. Cheap eggs have pale yellow yolks from hens eating only grain indoors. Nutritionally, eggs are extraordinary. High-quality, complete protein with all essential amino acids. Rich in choline, which most people don't get enough of. Good source of vitamins B12, D, selenium, and omega-3 fatty acids if the hens are properly fed. The cholesterol in eggs isn't a concern. Decades of research have shown that dietary cholesterol doesn't significantly affect blood cholesterol for most people. Eggs are now recognized as healthy food, not the heart disease risk they were falsely claimed to be. Tesco organic free-range eggs cost around £3.20 for 6 versus £1.80 for standard free-range. You're paying nearly double, but you're supporting genuine welfare standards and getting more nutritious eggs from properly fed hens. Number 7. Tesco Finest Extra Virgin Olive Oil. Olive oil quality at supermarkets is highly variable, but Tesco Finest Extra Virgin Olive Oil is legitimately good quality. The label states it's cold-pressed from olives grown in Spain and Portugal. Cold-pressed means the olives were mechanically pressed without heat or chemicals, preserving beneficial compounds including polyphenols and antioxidants. Extra virgin is the highest quality designation for olive oil. It means the oil comes from first pressing, has low acidity below 0.8%, and has no taste defects. Lower grades like olive oil or light olive oil are refined oils that have been chemically processed and stripped of beneficial compounds. The taste test reveals quality. Tesco Finest olive oil is fruity and peppery with slight bitterness. These characteristics indicate fresh oil with high polyphenol content. Refined olive oil tastes bland and oily without complexity. Nutritionally, extra virgin olive oil is one of the healthiest fats. It is rich in monounsaturated fatty acids that support heart health, high in antioxidants, including oleocanthal, which has anti-inflammatory properties, associated with reduced cardiovascular disease risk in numerous studies. Tesco Finest Extra Virgin Olive Oil costs around £6 for 750 millilitres versus £3 for basic Tesco olive oil. You're paying double, but you're getting genuine cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil versus refined oil labelled as olive oil. Number 6. Tesco Organic Porridge, Oats. Oats are inherently healthy, but organic matters more for oats than many people realise. Tesco Organic Porridge. Oats are worth the premium. Conventional oats are heavily sprayed with glyphosate before harvest to dry them out for easier harvesting. Testing repeatedly finds glyphosate residues in conventional oats, including popular brands. Organic certification prohibits glyphosate use, eliminating this exposure. The ingredient list is perfect: organic rolled oats. One ingredient: no processing beyond steaming and rolling whole oat groats. This preserves all the nutrients in the whole grain. Nutritionally, oats are exceptional. High in soluble fiber, including beta-glucan that lowers cholesterol and stabilizes blood sugar. Good protein content for a grain at around 11 grams per 100 grams. Rich in manganese, phosphorus, magnesium, and B vitamins. The glycemic index of oats is moderate, meaning they release energy slowly without blood sugar spikes. This makes them an ideal breakfast food that provides sustained energy for hours. Tesco Organic Porridge Oats cost around £1.70 for 1 kilogram versus £1 for conventional oats. You're paying 70 pence more to avoid glyphosate residues and support organic farming. Preparation matters. Make porridge with milk or water, add fruit and nuts, and avoid adding sugar. The oats provide natural carbohydrates that don't need additional sugar. Many people ruin healthy oats by adding golden syrup or sugar. Available in the organic section or cereal aisle of most Tesco stores. One of the best value healthy foods at Tesco. And this brings me to something important. One of the products I'm warning you about is in the cereal aisle. It's marketed as a healthy breakfast. The packaging shows whole grains and fruit. It claims to be nutritious. But when you read the actual ingredients and nutrition label, you discover it's over 25% sugar. More on that later. Number 5. Tesco Finest. British free-range chicken breast. Chicken breast is a lean protein, but quality varies enormously. Tesco Finest. British free-range chicken breast is genuinely better than standard chicken at Tesco. Free-range certification means the chickens have daytime access to outdoor runs with vegetation. They're not confined to crowded sheds with tens of thousands of birds. The lower stocking density and outdoor access create better welfare and better meat. British origin matters because UK animal welfare standards are higher than many countries. Imported chicken can come from farms with lower standards that would be legal in the UK. The finest label on chicken actually correlates with better farming. The birds are slower growing breeds that take longer to reach slaughter weight. This creates better texture and flavour compared to fast growing breeds used for cheap chicken. Water content is the key quality indicator for chicken. Cheap chicken is often injected with water and phosphates to increase weight. Quality chicken is sold without added water. Tesco Finest chicken lists no added water in the ingredients. Nutritionally, chicken breast is an excellent lean protein, around 30 grams of protein per 100 grams with minimal fat. Rich in B vitamins, including niacin and B6. Good source of selenium and phosphorus. Number 4. Tesco Organic Carrots. Vegetables seem straightforward, but conventional vegetable farming uses intensive pesticides. Tesco organic carrots avoid this exposure. Carrots are one of the vegetables where organic makes the most difference. Conventional carrots can contain residues from multiple pesticides used during growing. Organic certification prohibits synthetic pesticides, eliminating this exposure. The taste difference is noticeable. Organic carrots from better soil have a more pronounced carrot flavour. They're not necessarily prettier. Organic vegetables often look less perfect, but they taste better. Nutritionally, carrots are excellent. High in beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A for eye health and immune function. Good source of fibre, vitamin K1 and potassium. Low in calories, but filling. Tesco organic carrots cost around 90 pence for 1 kilogram versus 70 pence for conventional carrots. You're paying 20 pence more to avoid pesticide residues and support organic farming. It's available in the organic produce section of most Tesco stores, often packaged in paper bags rather than plastic, which is environmentally better. Number 3. Tesco Finest 85%. Dark chocolate. Chocolate can be healthy if it's actually chocolate. Tesco Finest 85% dark chocolate is real chocolate with high cocoa content. The cocoa content is 85%, meaning 85% cocoa solids and only 15% sugar and other ingredients. Compare this to milk chocolate, which is typically 30% cocoa and 50% sugar. The ingredient list is clean: cocoa mass, sugar, cocoa butter, emulsifier, vanilla extract. 5 ingredients, all recognizable. No palm oil, no vegetable fats, no artificial flavors. High cocoa dark chocolate provides genuine health benefits, rich in flavonoids, particularly epicatechin, which have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects, associated with improved cardiovascular health and reduced blood pressure in studies. The taste is intense and complex, not sweet. You taste cocoa, not sugar. The bitterness takes adjustment if you're used to milk chocolate, but once adapted, milk chocolate tastes cloyingly sweet. Portion control matters. Dark chocolate is calorie dense at around 600 calories per 100 grams. A 20-gram serving provides 120 calories, which is reasonable. Eating the entire bar is 600 calories. Tesco Finest 85% dark chocolate costs around £2 for 100 grams versus £1.50 for Cadbury Dairy Milk. You're paying 33% more, but you're getting real chocolate with high cocoa content, not sugar confectionery. Eat it slowly after meals, letting it melt on your tongue. This maximizes satisfaction from small portions. Avoid eating it whilst distracted or straight from the bar. Available in the chocolate section of most Tesco stores. Look specifically for 85% cocoa content, not lower percentages, which contain more sugar. Number 2. Tesco Organic Natural Yogurt. Yogurt is healthy in its simplest form. Tesco Organic Natural Yogurt is exactly that. Organic milk fermented with live cultures. The ingredient list is perfect. Organic whole milk, live yogurt cultures. 2 ingredients. No sugar, no thickeners, no stabilizers, no modified starch, just milk and cultures. The organic certification ensures the milk comes from organic farms with higher welfare standards. The whole milk provides full-fat yogurts with natural creaminess without needing thickeners. The live cultures include Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus, which are standard yogurt cultures. These probiotic bacteria provide digestive benefits and may support immune function. Nutritionally, full-fat natural yogurt is excellent. High in protein at around 5 grams per 100 grams. Good source of calcium, B vitamins, and phosphorus. The fat helps absorb fat-soluble vitamins. Greek yogurt is higher in protein, but Tesco's organic Greek yogurt contains added cream to achieve a thick texture. The natural yogurt is more straightforward and less processed. Tesco Organic Natural Yogurt costs around £1.75 for 500 grams versus £1 for standard natural yogurt. You're paying 75 pence more for organic dairy and 0 additives. Use it for breakfast with fruit and nuts as a base for smoothies or as a sour cream substitute. Add your own fruit and honey for sweetness rather than buying pre-sweetened fruit yogurt, which is mostly sugar. Avoid flavored yogurts, which contain added sugar, even in finest ranges. Natural yogurt with added fruit at home is infinitely healthier and cheaper. Available in the yogurt section of most Tesco stores. Keeps for about 2 weeks refrigerated due to lack of stabilizers. Number 1. Tesco Finest Raw Honey. And the healthiest product at Tesco is Tesco Finest Raw Honey. This is genuinely raw, unpasteurized honey with all beneficial compounds intact. The label clearly states raw and unpasteurized, which means the honey hasn't been heated above 45 degrees Celsius. This preserves enzymes, antioxidants, and beneficial compounds that heat destroys. The ingredients are 100% honey. No additives, no processing beyond filtering to remove wax particles. Just pure honey from bees. Raw honey contains enzymes including diastase and invertase that aid digestion. It contains antioxidants, including flavonoids and phenolic compounds. It has antibacterial properties. From the hydrogen peroxide produced naturally, the texture is thick and often crystallized. Crystallization is natural in raw honey and proves it hasn't been heated or ultra-filtered. Smooth liquid honey has been heated to prevent crystallization, destroying beneficial compounds. The taste is complex with floral notes that vary by batch depending on what flowers the bees visited. Processed honey tastes uniformly sweet without complexity. Tesco Finest Raw. Honey costs around £5 for 340 grams versus £2 for standard honey. You're paying 150% more, but standard honey is pasteurized and often blended, destroying quality. Use it as a natural sweetener in tea, on toast, or in yogurt. The enzymes and compounds provide genuine nutritional value, unlike refined sugar, which is empty calories. 1 tablespoon, 20 grams, contains around 60 calories, so use it moderately. But unlike sugar, raw honey provides antioxidants and antibacterial properties alongside sweetness, available in the honey section of most large Tesco stores. Look specifically for raw on the label. Regular Tesco honey is pasteurized and doesn't provide the same benefits. Now that you know the 10 healthiest products at Tesco, let me show you the 3 you must avoid. Number 3. Tesco Finest Tomato and Chili Pasta Sauce. Tesco Finest products are supposed to be of premium quality. Tesco Finest Tomato and Chili Pasta Sauce is premium-priced junk. The ingredients list reveals the problem. Tomatoes, tomato puree, red pepper, sugar, onion, sunflower oil, modified maize starch, garlic, chili, salt, citric acid. Look at what's not tomatoes. Sugar is the 4th ingredient. Modified maize starch is added to thicken the sauce artificially. Sunflower oil is added for no apparent reason except to bulk out the sauce cheaply. The tomato content is only 61%, whereas the other 39% sugar, starch, oil, and fillers. You're buying tomato sauce that's nearly 40% not tomatoes. The sugar content is 4.8 grams per 100 grams. A typical serving of 150 grams contains over 7 grams of sugar. That's nearly 2 teaspoons of added sugar in pasta sauce that should taste of tomatoes, not sugar. The modified maize starch is unnecessary. Real tomato sauce made from tomatoes and herbs naturally thickens through cooking. Adding starch is a shortcut that saves time and money whilst degrading quality. The price is around £2.50 for 350 grams. You're paying premium prices for sauce that's 40% filler with added sugar and starch. Compare this to making fresh tomato sauce: tinned tomatoes, garlic, olive oil, basil, salt. 5 ingredients, no sugar, no starch, no fillers. The total cost is around £1 for an equivalent quantity and infinitely better quality. Or buy muti passata, which is 100% tomatoes, with no additives for similar money as Tesco Finest. You're paying premium prices for inferior quality at Tesco. Available in the pasta sauce section. Avoid it. The Finest label on the sauce is meaningless marketing. Buy plain passata and add your own garlic and herbs. Number 2. Tesco Finest Bircher Muesli. Muesli sounds healthy. Tesco Finest Bircher Muesli is marketed as a healthy breakfast. The nutrition label tells a different story. The ingredients include oat flakes, sultanas, sugar, apple, hazelnuts, freeze-dried strawberries, freeze-dried raspberries, and natural flavouring. The sugar is the third ingredient after oats and sultanas. The nutrition label reveals the catastrophe: 26.4 grams of sugar per 100 grams. Over 1/4 of this healthy breakfast cereal is sugar. A typical serving of 50 grams contains over 13 grams of sugar. That's over 3 teaspoons of sugar in a bowl of breakfast cereal marketed as a healthy premium product. Where does the sugar come from? Some is natural from dried fruit, but sugar is also added separately as the third ingredient. The product contains both natural fruit sugars and added refined sugar. The protein content is only 8.2 grams per 100 grams. For comparison, Tesco Organic Porridge Oats contains 11 grams. You're getting less protein and vastly more sugar in the Finest product. The fibre content is 7.5 grams per 100 grams, which is decent, but this doesn't compensate for the catastrophic sugar content. The price is around £3.50 for 500 grams. You're paying premium prices for sugar-loaded cereal that will spike your blood sugar and leave you hungry within 2 hours. Compare this to making your own Bircher muesli: organic oats, fresh grated apple, nuts, yogurt. No added sugar, higher protein, better nutrition, lower cost. Or buy plain organic oats for £1.70 per kilogram and add your own fruit. You control sugar content and get 4 times the quantity for similar money. Available in the cereal aisle. Avoid it despite healthy marketing. The Finest label and premium price hide a sugar bomb disguised as health food. Number 1. Tesco Free from Chocolate Brownies. And the worst product at Tesco, marketed as healthy: Tesco Free from Chocolate Brownies. The free from range targets people avoiding gluten or dairy for health reasons. These brownies are gluten-free and dairy-free. They're also nutritional disasters with more additives than conventional brownies. The ingredients list is extraordinary: sugar, free-range egg, rapeseed oil, rice flour, potato starch, cocoa powder, tapioca starch, humectant, glycerol, maize starch, raisin agents, disodium diphosphate, sodium hydrogen carbonate, calcium phosphate, emulsifiers, mono and diglycerides of fatty acids, polyglycerol esters of fatty acids, thickeners, xanthan gum, guar gum, natural flavouring, salt. Count the ingredients. 19. 4 brownies. Traditional brownies need butter, sugar, eggs, flour, and cocoa. 5 ingredients. Tesco free from uses 19, including multiple thickeners, emulsifiers, and 5 different starches. Sugar is the first ingredient, meaning there's more sugar than any other ingredient. The nutrition label confirms this. 45.6 grams of sugar per 100 grams. Nearly half the brownie is pure sugar. A single brownie weighs 45 grams and contains 25 grams of sugar. That's over 5 teaspoons of sugar in one brownie. For comparison, a can of Coca-Cola contains 35 grams of sugar. This brownie contains nearly 2/3 as much sugar as a can of Coke. The fat content is 23.9 grams per 100 grams, mostly from rapeseed oil. The brownies use cheap vegetable oil instead of butter because they're dairy-free. But rapeseed oil is an inflammatory omega-6 fat with none of butter's nutritional benefits. The emulsifiers and thickeners create a texture that mimics real brownies made with butter. Mono and diglycerides of fatty acids, polyglycerol esters, xanthan gum, guar gum, all synthetic additives creating artificial texture. The price is outrageous, £3 for 4 small brownies. You're paying 75 pence per brownie for sugar bombs made with cheap oil and excessive additives. These brownies aren't healthy because they're gluten-free and dairy-free. They're junk food that happens to avoid gluten and dairy. The free from section isn't a health food section, it's an allergen-free section. Many free from products are worse than conventional equivalents because removing gluten and dairy requires adding more sugar, oils, and additives to compensate. If you genuinely need gluten-free and dairy-free brownies, make them at home with almond flour, cocoa, coconut oil, and maple syrup. Or accept that brownies aren't healthy food and occasionally buy conventional ones with butter instead of pretending free from brownies are somehow healthy, available in the free from section. Avoid them unless you have genuine celiac disease or dairy allergy. Even then, recognize they're treats, not health food, and the premium price and free from label don't make them nutritious. You know what is healthy and also products that are nutritional disasters. Let me show you how to shop wisely at Tesco to avoid wasting money on unhealthy products. Read ingredient lists ruthlessly. The front of the package is marketing. The ingredients list is real. If the list is longer than 5 ingredients for a simple product, question why. If you can't pronounce ingredients, question why they're there. Ignore health claims on packaging. Free from, finest, organic on the front mean nothing without checking the actual ingredients and nutrition. Tesco free from brownies have free from prominently displayed alongside images suggesting health. The ingredients list tells you they're sugar bombs with 19 ingredients. Check sugar content in everything. Sugar hides in products you'd never expect. Pasta sauce, salad dressing, bread, crackers, yogurt. If sugar is in the top 3 ingredients or total sugar exceeds 10 grams per 100 grams in savory products, it's too much. Prioritize whole foods over processed foods. The healthiest foods at Tesco don't need ingredient lists because they're single ingredients. Carrots, chicken breast, eggs, oats. The more processing, the more opportunity for quality degradation and additive addition. Buy organic for the dirty dozen. Some produce is heavily pesticide sprayed. Organic matters most for strawberries, spinach, apples, grapes, peppers, carrots, and other thin-skinned produce you eat raw. Save money by buying conventional thick-skinned produce like bananas, avocados, and pineapple. Question free from products. Gluten-free, dairy-free, and vegan don't mean healthy. Many free from products contain more sugar, more additives, and more processing than conventional equivalents to compensate for the removed ingredients. Buy free from only if you have genuine allergies or intolerances and recognize they're not inherently healthier. Don't trust Finest for everything. Tesco Finest is inconsistent. Some products like Scottish salmon and dark chocolate are genuinely better. Others like pasta sauce and muesli are premium-priced junk. Check every product individually rather than trusting the Finest label. Compare price per kilogram, not per package. Tesco uses various package sizes to obscure price comparisons. Always check the price per kilogram or per 100 grams on the shelf label. Often, smaller packages have dramatically higher per kilo prices, targeting convenience shoppers. What's the biggest lesson here? Never trust the front of the package. Always read ingredients and nutrition labels. The free from section isn't health food. The finest range isn't automatically quality. Organic matters for some products, but not others. Price doesn't correlate with nutrition. Did you recognize products you've been buying based on marketing? Are you going to check ingredients from now on? Drop a comment with which product shocked you.